Welcome to Author Toolset Tuesday. Today's quote comes from Ray Bradbury, who said, "Your intuition knows what to write, so get out of the way." Now, that can be easy and that can be hard, and sometimes, sadly, for most of us, especially with the first draft, that can be a little bit challenging, getting out of our own way. Biggest challenge we have. Our tendency, of course, is to second guess every single line that we write. We want to edit as we go, as opposed to simply allowing ourselves to get this first draft out of our head and onto the page. You know, that prevents us from that whole editorial thing. That's the thing that stops us from getting into that magical flow state where the words just come out beautifully, easily. We don't have to fight about it because it's all just, we're in the moment. I mean, that's really all flow is being in that moment. And when we have the writing brain doing one thing and the editing brain doing another, it's just impossible to get into that state or even stay into it. So you probably have a really good idea of what your book is already about, even if you don't have a roadmap for success, a detailed roadmap for success. Doesn't matter in this context. That doesn't matter. Like, as long as you know what you're going to write, you've got an idea. Just start writing. Just start. That's the simplest and easiest way to go, because when you just start, when you focus on doing that thing first, your intuition is going to guide you every single step of the way. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, that's not to say don't have an outline. I think outlines are hugely, hugely important. But when it comes time to writing, just focus on that one thing. Focus on getting the words out of your head onto the page. Nothing else matters. It truly doesn't. So let's talk about that first draft for a minute, shall we? So what a first draft truly is you telling your story to yourself. You can't tell a story to someone else until you first figured out what that story is. And that's all a first draft really is. As I keep saying, is to get that story out of your head and onto the page. And speed in this case is absolutely your friend. The faster you can get this done, the easier it's going to be. Because speed is going to help you stay in that flow state. It truly, truly is. It's helping you stay in that now, that immediacy of that single moment. And that's the thing that keeps you in flow. You know, perfectionism in its myriad forms is the thing that's going to kill your book before it's ever even written. It truly is. And so one of the things I want you to do to get into your head is that your first draft does not need to be perfect. It just needs to get written. Truly, that's it. So commit to writing a crappy first draft. I'm not saying go out and write utter garbage. I'm saying stop worrying about making it perfect when you're writing the first draft. Big, big difference. Because that speed opens the door to get all these words out and onto the page. You know, that speed actually helps you get your intuition into control, if that makes sense. It's also, for me, the absolutely most fun way to write. Because when I embrace that notion of not having to be perfect, it just allows me to go and be creative and worry about fixing it all later. Because that's the whole point of the editing process, is to take whatever you've got on the page and fix it, and so that it's presentable to the public. Like, I would never let anyone see a first draft of anything I write, because, well, you know, I embrace what I talk about here. I embrace what I teach. You know, write a crappy first draft just to get the words out. And then once they're on the page, then I can spend some time making them gooder, making them better, right? That's all it's about. So if that's been helpful for you today, I would love it if you would like it and share it with your friends. And if there's something that sort of leapt out at you, please just share that in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I would also love for you to connect with me on social media, especially LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. All the links to all my social media channels can be found at sleekbio.com/Christopher. So with that, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I hope that you just embrace this idea of allowing your intuition to take hold, allowing your intuition to simply do what it does best and be creative. All right? Have a fantastic rest of your day. And I will talk to you again tomorrow at 3. Bye for now.